So the next issue or error that is a common one in Altium is the problem of holes versus vias. In other printed circuit board design editors, you'll find that holes are used for mounting and they're actually their own component. But in Altium, a hole must be placed using a pad component, not a via component. So it's good to define the difference between these two types of components. A via, as we've talked about, is an electrical connection that connects different layers on a PCB through the design vertically. So it's a hole drilled through that also contains electrical plating through the hole, allowing different layers to be connected. Whereas a mounting hole is just simply a drill hole through the board that has no electrical connections that one would use to drill or screw mounting connections to the board. So it's a purely mechanical hole. So in Altium, we can't place these with specific components. What we have to do is place a pad and set the hole size for that pad equal to the actual pad size. So for an example, let's place some mounting holes on our wireless controller shield example project in Altium. So here's our wireless controller shield. Typically, you want to place mounting holes wherever there may be design instability. So fortunately, this project has a shield at the very center, so there's going to be mechanical stability via placing the shield connections. However, it may also be beneficial to have additional mounting holes throughout your design. So if you have a square design, it's typical to place mounting holes in each corner of that board outline. So for me, I'm just going to place a mounting hole here, and at the top and bottom on the right-hand handles. So before I place a hole, I'd just like to remove the polygon pause so that it doesn't interfere with my adding a new component. To do that, let's temporarily disable it. So there, our polygons are now removed, and we can freely add components without violating anything temporarily. So now let's place some holes via going to Place, and then we're looking for Pad. So it's a little counterintuitive. To place a hole, you have to place a pad component. And press Tab to enter the hole settings for that pad. So let's say I want a 3mm hole. I need to change the hole size to 3mm, and I also need the size and shape of the pad to match this exactly. So you want to change the X size to 3mm and the Y size to 3mm. One final thing to make sure of is that you uncheck this plated option. That removes any through-hole plating, which we don't want for any mechanical hole. And finally, you want to make sure that the hole is not connected to any nets. So the nets listed here are all the signals that are available in our circuit. We want this to be no net, so that it has no electrical connectivity. And then you can simply press OK, and let's place some holes. So let's place one at the top of our board, the top left. So there are our holes. And now let's put our polygon pour back into action via going Restore Shelf Polygon. Now we'll need to actually re-pour the polygon because we've changed how it will connect to the components. And there you have it. We've placed some mounting holes which may be useful for our design later on.